reported to Malindi police station that there were ignorant citizens who were starving to death. He further alleged that there was a mass shallow grave in an identified place at Shakahola forest within Langobaya in Malindi sub-county, an account that was also corroborated by a herder we found on site.
Na hata serikali yenyewe kupitia wakubwa wake wa Malindi wamehakikisha ya kwamba kilio chetu sisi kama kilio changu kama sisi wananchi wa Malindi na Shakahola kilikuwa ni ukweli. Maana tumeonyesha makaburi na hata mbali na hivyo tumeokoa mwanamke ambaye alikuwa amebakisha masaa machache ili aweze kuaga dunia.
On 14th April 2023, a contingent of police officers visited the scene and managed to rescue 15 people, among them 6 were emaciated and in critical condition. 4 died while in hospital.
Hawafanyi mambo ya mashamba, wamegomea kula kwa maana waliambiwa Yesu yu karibu kuja. Yesu hakutuambia akiwa karibu kuja tukatae kula.
So nataka nimuulize gavana wangu kwa heshima, kwa unyenyekevu. Mheshimiwa, jitokeze, watu wako wanaisha kwa ajili ya huyu jamaa, kuwapa imani ambazo ni potofu.
The information at hand is that there are more people who are believed to be in the bush, and we are still in the course of investigations to go and see, to verify.
Exhumations, the forensic team has been able to exhume 11 bodies, and also we were able to collect 1 body from the forest, so today's total comes to 12.
Former pastor Paul Mackenzie Nthenge radicalized his followers with a tough doctrine before folding his Good News International Church in 2019, insisting that he had completed the evangelism duties he was assigned by God. It is alleged that he instructed his former followers to go without food or water to supposedly save them from an imminent, painful death in the world. This also enraged the political class.
Pata zile tunaita aerial drones ama helicopter, zile ambazo zinakuja zinaweza kuruka chini kabisa, zikaweza kuona ni nini kinajiri pale chini, itakuwa afueni, kwa sababu tunasikia ya kwamba hawa wahalifu ama hawa ma-terrorists wako huko ndani na wanaendelea na hizo activities.
Lazima tukue waangalifu zaidi, na hata wananchi wa hapa, nimeongea na vijana hapa waziri, ambao wengi wao pengine wengine walikuwa wanajua vitu vidogo vidogo, lakini hawakuweza kutoa.
That so many people could walk away from their homes, stay away for so long, starve and die without anyone noticing or reporting something amiss, demands an urgent public inquiry.
There is no difference between Mr. Mackenzie, who pretends and postures as a pastor, when in fact he is a terrible criminal.
Previously, Mackenzie had been arrested on similar accusations but released due to lack of evidence. His arrest brought to the fore more revelations about his operations, and some of his targets who included an air hostess, Beatrice Agenta.
Kupigia simu, ikaita lakini hapo mtu anashika. Kuna namba ya babake. Nikampigia babake. Akaniambia, Cecilia, Betty ameenda town na mami, lakini simu ameiacha nyumbani. Akaniuliza kuna shida, nikamwambia hapana, kuna mtu yamtafuta. Akija mwambie aingie online. That was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, simu kwa ni mteja. Haikuni ring ati maybe something is wrong or anything. Lakini sasa niko na wasiwasi, niko na ile worry tu. Betty si kawaida yake kuzima simu. Ni mtu ambaye anapenda simu, at any given time hata kumpigia simu utampata tu atarespond. Alafu si yule mtu ambaye yuweza neglect message ati there's someone who is looking for you, can you reach out? So I also sent messages but sikupata response.
When he appeared before the court, he plus his wife and the co-accused denied subjecting people to fast to death, saying that he closed down his church and abandoned preaching.
Today we are on day 10. So if they are given another 4 days, will the respondents be eating? Your Honor, most likely they are not going to be eating. So that our fear is when we come here, what will we be coming to do? Will we have respondents in the first place?
And I pray to the same effect that you find the lack of planning by the prosecution cannot be allowed to constitute an emergency on our side.
To the court, grant application. In the event they're taken to any police station, out of Berlin police station, yesterday they stayed without food. They starved the whole day. Can Mr. Jami, as you respond, please assure us that they get some food? These are human beings, they're not rats. Even rats fed some food, please. Water, some maragwe kidogo. Don't ask you for chicken or some biryani.
As he was being held at Shimolatewa prison, detectives officially kicked off exhumation of bodies of all of his alleged followers on 21st April 2023. The detectives from the Homicide Department in Nairobi identified and mapped at least 58 graves at the expansive farm.
Mambo ya kufukua mili, waliweza kufukua mili 5 siku ya leo. Na pia wale ambao wanaendelea kuja na kujiandikisha nasi kwamba wamepoteza ama wanawatafuta ndugu zao, wameweza kufika 594. Wameweza kufika 594. Wale ambao wameweza kuunganishwa na familia zao bado ni 14. Wale ambao tumewakamata na wako nasi kuendelea kutusaidia na wamepelekwa kotini ni 25.
It was a beehive of activities both at the forest and at Malindi Hospital, where family members also presented themselves to report on their missing kin.
Tumefanya search ya hizo makaburi, tumejaribu kukava some na operation inaendelea mzuri. So nashukuru sana. Nilitamani sana siku kama hii ya leo ifike. So kwangu mimi sasa ni furaha ya ajabu, kwa sababu naamini kabisa mwishowe haki ya hawa watu wenye wamekufa huku itaweza kupatikana.
Namtafuta mamangu na ndugu zangu 3. Walikuja huko mwaka juzi. Lakini sasa nilikuwa nikijaribu kuwatafuta niseme sasa nataka kujua wako wapi. Hawako wanataka nijue mahali wako. Na kufikia saa hii tumewatafuta, hatujawapata bado.
This was happening. The government upped their efforts to cast their net wide. On 27th April 2023, they arrested the famous televangelist, Pastor Ezekiel Odero of the New Life Prayer Center Church in Kilifi, while preparing to head to Dodoma in Tanzania for a major crusade. A battery of lawyers led by Danstan Omari flew into Mombasa the following day, trying to distance the pastor from the alleged 15 deaths that happened in his church. Back and forth between his lawyers and the state in the corridors of justice took all the headlines, although he was later absolved.
To ask that you authorize a detention before trial and before a judge. That is, they're asking you to kind of suspend a right that is provided for and protected under the Bill of Rights. The right to liberty. Your Honor, we concede that a right to liberty can be interfered with if there is reason, and that is good reason.
Kama kuu ya Mombasa imedhibitisha kwa mara ya mwisho na kwa kila Mkenya kujua kwamba kanisa la Pastor Ezekiel halitafungwa tena wala kuingiliwa na taratibu zake. Kumbuka tulikuwa tumepata zile order za dharura ambazo zilikuwa ni temporal mpaka leo. Kwa hivyo leo mahakama imeidhinisha kwamba kanisa limefunguliwa.
The court has already made a decision on one of the prayers that we had asked for, and that is about the issue of the church. The state has agreed that the church is not closed. They're not going to interfere with anything to do with the activities of the church, including the prayers and the functions of the church that are going to go on this week until Sunday, when they call it Messiah Bwana. So on that issue, the officers who will be present at that particular place will be there to provide security and nothing more than that. On the other issues regarding the television, the court is also going to make a decision on it. We are not going to preempt, but I can say very clearly that the Communication Authority of Kenya did not present any person or did not bring any affidavit or any